Hello everyone. In this video I will teach you how to write a code for finding a pair in an array which gives sum k. Now see. Now I have an array of size 10. Now see. Now some random numbers are there here. 8, 3, 5, 7, 6, 2, 4, then 3, then 2, then 7. Suppose these elements are there. Now I should find a number, suppose C. Now I should find a pair. A pair means two elements from this array which gives sum 5. Now I should find two elements from this a pair from this array which gives sum 5. So it should give output as 3 and 2. 3 plus 2 equals to 5. It should print like this, 3 and 2. So how to find it? Now I'll say this step how to find. Now I am fixing I value here 8. Then I am fixing j value as index 1. Now I am traveling from 1 to 9. Now I am comparing 8 plus 3 is 5 or not. No means then I am moving j to 2. Then I am comparing 8 plus 5 is 5 or what? No. Then I am comparing 8 plus 7 whether it's equals to 5. No. So then I am comparing 8 plus 6. Like this till last I will go. Then I'll move the I to 1. Then I'll place j equals to 2. Then I'll check whether 3 plus 5 equals to 5. No. Whether 3 plus 7 equals to 5. No. Like this one by one I'll move the j. Then I'll move I again to 2. Then I'll place j equals to 3. Then I'll compare 5 plus 7 equals to 5 or what. Then 5 plus 6 equals to 5 or what. Like that. So this is how the coding works. Algorithm. Now I'll write a code for that. So now see. Now for I equals to 0, comma I less than n, comma I plus plus. What is this I loop? I loop is used to travel from 0 to 9. Now see. Now I is here. I is pointing at 0. It travels from 0 to 9. Now I'll write another loop. For j equals to I plus 1, comma j less than n, comma j plus plus. What is this j? Now j is this thing. Suppose see. Now I am fixing 8 as I. This 0 as I am fixing. Now I am comparing now with 8 plus 3 equals to 5 or what. Then 8 plus 5 is 5 or what. So to compare I need another index j. So j starts from here. J points towards 1 and I points towards 0. I'll compare 0th index with first index, then 0th index with second index, then 0th index with third index. Like this I will add and check. Then afterwards I'll move I to 1, then j moves towards 2. So then I will be here, then j will be here. Then I'll move j one by one and compare whether 3 plus 5 is 5, then whether 3 plus 7 is 5, like that. For that I am taking a loop for j equals to I plus 1. That is first at this position. I is here, then j is at 1. So it's I plus 1. Then when I will be 1, then j will be 2. So I am writing j equals to I plus 1. Then it travels till less than n. Then j with in one increment it goes. That's why I am making another loop. Now I'll write the condition. If a of I plus a of j equals to k. What does this condition means? If this, suppose if this a of I, that is a of 0, that is 8, plus a of j, that is a of 1 is 3, whether 8 plus 3 is 5, if the condition is satisfied. If this condition is satisfied, then I should write printf percent. I am writing if the condition is satisfied. If you found that a of I plus a of j is equals to this 5, if you found that condition, then this percentage d is a of I, that is first element plus this a of j is second element. That second element we will write here is equals to percentage d is the element which is the sum. that one. So it prints here a of I is 3, then a of j is 2. So it prints 3 plus 2 equals to 5, k is 5. So it prints this. This is the code for finding the one method for finding the sum, a pair which gives sum k. Now let's see the time complexity. Time complexity for this code is O of n square. Why O of n square? Two method we can find the time complexity. One is there are two loops, two for loops are there. So two for loops means n into n square. The other method is to analyze the code. Let's analyze. Now see, in this step I equals to 0 at starting. Then j equals to I plus 1. So j will be at first index. Then it compares 8 plus 3, then 8 plus 5, then 8 plus 7, then 8 plus 6. Like this it compares. Then till all element it compares. When index is at 0, when I is at 0, I equals to 0, j will be from 1 to 9. It travels from 1 to 9. Then when I will be at 1, when I is at 1, j will be from 2 to 9. It travels from 2 to 9. Then when I is at 2, when I is at 2, then j will be moving from 3 to 9. So see, while moving n elements, while I is moving from n elements, so I will be n. In each n elements, we are moving n times. We are moving all the elements in the array. So n into n is n square. So this O of n square, this is the time complexity. Now the time complexity is more here, that is O of n square is more. So let's do the other method for solving this thing. Now see, now I'll teach you the next method for finding this pair, finding a pair in this array which gives sum k. Now see, suppose I want to find a pair, that is find a pair which gives sum k. K is suppose 16. 16 I should find. Now how to do? First you should create a hash table. Hash table of size from index 0 to maximum element in this array. Maximum element in this array is 10. So you should create a hash table from 0 to 10. I have created the hash table. Hash table name is h. Now see. Now you should mark all the elements which is present here in this hash table. Suppose see, here 6 is present as the first element in this array. So you should find at 6th index of hash table. You should increase, first it is 0, all are 0. Now I'll increase by 1. Then this 3 is there. First all elements are 0 here. Then at first 6 is there. So you should search 6th index and you should increase by 1. So now it's 1. Then 3 is there here. So at third index you should mark 1. Then 8 is here. So at 8th index you should mark increase by 1. So like that you should mark at 10th index. 10th index 1. Then 9. So 9th index 1. Then 7. 7th index 1. Then 5. 5 index 1. See, like this you should mark. So this tells that what elements are present. Suppose see, here 1 is there means 3 is present here in this array. Then 5 is 1 means 5th index is 1 means, so 5 is present here. Like this you can say. Now second step. Now second step is you should subtract 16 minus 6. Then 16 minus 3, 16 minus 8 like that. Now what is 16 minus 6? It is 10. So now see, 10. 16 minus 6 is 10. Now you should search in 10th index of hash table. And if it is not equal to 0, that means it's not empty. If it is not equal to 0, because here 1 is there, see. So you can say that pair is there. So what is the pair? The pair is 6, that is AI. AI is the AI plus K minus AI. What is this K minus AI? 16 minus 6, that is K minus AI, that is 10. So AI is 6, then K minus AI is 16 minus 6, that is 10. 6 plus 10 equals to K. What is K? It is 16. So it gives a pair. This is how you should find the, this is the efficient method how to find the pair. Now I'll write the code, let's see. Now see, for I equals to 0 comma I less than n comma I plus plus, what is this loop? This loop is I is here at a, it's traveling from 0 to end, so I'm writing this. And now h ai, now see, while traveling ai is what, 6. Now that's why I'm writing ai, that 6 is the index of hash table, so I'm writing h of ai because ai is index of hash table, so I'm writing like this. So now you should increment it by 1. If it is 6 means you should, at 6th index you should increment one value. So I am writing plus plus h of ai plus plus like this. So first step is over. That is, you are writing one, you are incrementing the values which are present here at that index. Now the second step. Second step is if k minus ai. What is this k minus ai? See, while traveling in this loop, I am doing k minus ai, 16 minus 6. So k is 16. That's why I am writing k. 16 minus 6, k minus ai. That k minus ai is the index of hash table. 16 minus 6, 10. I am searching in hash of 10. So I am writing here h of k minus ai. I should find 16 minus 6, 10. Now h of 10 is whether it's empty or not. So I am checking if h of k minus a not equals to 0. Not equals to 0 means some element is present there. It's not empty. Some element is present there. So if this is the case, here 1 at 10th index 1 is present here. So I should write, you found the pair, right? So you should write print f percentage d plus percentage d equals to percentage d. Now, what is this percentage d? First percentage d, that is a of I, that is 6. So I am writing a of I. Then this second percentage d, first a of I is 6. So I am writing a of I. Then this second percentage d is 16 minus 6, that is 10. So I am writing k minus ai. Then third equals to third percentage d. What is third percentage d? That is 16. That is k. So I am writing k. So if it is not empty, it will print you have a pair. So it will write 6 plus 10 equals to 16. ai plus k minus ai equals to k. Now else part. If it is 0, if it is empty means if 16 minus 6, 10 at 10th index, if 0 is there, then you should write printf no pair found. This is the code. This is the code how to write. Now see. Now let's see the time complexity. Now you can find that time complexity by seeing how many loops is there. Only one for loop is there. So one for loop means n, O of n. The other method is to analyze the code. Now you analyze the code. Now what you are doing in while traveling from 0 to 6, you are just 16 minus 6, 10, 16 minus 3, 16 minus 3 is 13. At 13 index you are searching like this only you are doing. So I am marking here h of, so only one step you are, only one iteration you are taking for traveling from 0 to n. So that's why I am writing O of n. This is the thing. Now suppose this is the sorted array. Now you should find a pair which gives some k. Now suppose k is 17. Suppose k is 17. You should now the output should be 13 plus 4 plus 13 equals to 17. It should give output like this. How to find? What is the method to find the output? Now let's see. Now you should fix I value here. I value should point towards 0. Then j value should be pointing towards last index, that is n minus 1, that is 5. N is 6 here now. Size of array is 6. Now see, you should check 3 plus 13. 13 plus 3 is 16. it gives 16. So 16 is less than k. That is 16 is less than 17. So you should move this ith index to here. Now you should check 4 plus 13. 13 plus 4 is 17. Yeah, you found. So you should return 4 plus 13 is 17. Suppose I is here. I is 0. If 3 plus 13 is less than 17, it's less than 17. 13 plus 3 is 16. It's less than 17. So you should move I towards forward. If it is greater than 17 means you should decrease j by 1. So j will point here. Like this you should do. And like that you should find. Now let's write the code. Now see, I equals to 0 comma j equals to n minus 1. First I have written like this. Now while I less than j, that means it travels till I is less than j. It can't be at this condition, it does not be coming. See, at I is 0, then j is 5, then it moves 1, then 4, then 2, then 3, like that. Now I can't be 3, j can't be 2, like that the condition will not come, it stops there. So I am writing while I less than j. Then see, while I less than j, if a of I plus a of j less than equals to k. Suppose if this is the condition, we have found 3 plus 13 equals to 16. Suppose k is 16. If you found the element 3 plus 13, a of I is 0, j is 5. 3 plus 13 is 16 you found, then you should write print f percentage d plus percentage d equals to percentage d. This first percentage d is a of I. Here a of I is a of 0, 3. And second percentage d is last element, that is j, a of j. Now this percentage d is k. So now if you found the element, then you should write this statement. Now else now second condition, else if a of I plus a of j less than k. See, suppose you have to find this pair which gives sum 17. Now you are in 0th index as I, then j is 5. Now a of 0, that is 3 plus 13, it's 16. 16 is less than 17. It's less than k. So what you should do? You should move I plus plus. So I am writing here I plus plus. Now else if a of I plus a of j greater than k. If this is the condition, suppose now you should find sum which gives 13 as the sum. Suppose it should give 13. Now see, 3 plus 13. 13 plus 3 is 16. Now it's 16 is greater than 13. The 16 is greater than 13. K value, 16 is greater than k. So what you should move? You should decrease j by 1. Now j will be 4. So I am writing here j minus minus. So this is the condition. If now this is the code how to write for if the array is sorted. Now let's see the time complexity. Time complexity for this is O of n. Because see, only one loop is there. One loop. I will travel from half of the array. Then j will travel from half of the array, from last to middle. Then this I will travel from middle to 0 to middle. So it will travel like this. It stops at middle. So it travels only at size of array, that is n. N elements only it will travel. So that's why O of n. This is how you should write the code. That's all for today, and thank you. If you feel my teaching is good, then like my video, and if you have any doubts or if you want to give any suggestion, then comment on my video and share my video, and don't forget to subscribe my video. Thank you.